Hello there, Harman. Thank you for sending me the essay directly. It's great to see a fast turnaround as well. It shows a motivated, smart student. The faster we move, the better. So let's go. Social changes over the last few decades have resulted in a dramatic increase in mothers working in the paid workforce, an increased paternal involvement in caregiving, which led to a rise in stay-at-home fathers. Finish the clause. Caused, yet this did this, okay? Yet increased paternal involvement in caregiving reduced in less, money in the household or whatever. Okay, here we just carry on developing it, but we didn't really close the clause. Where some profession here, possibly some experts, psychologists, economists, what's the profession here? Maybe professional psychologists, where some believe it to be an adverse change. I am totally of the view that it is a progressive trend. Beautiful. Be careful though. I can put this into an essay about social media bullying, about climate change, about crime. A progressive trend for parenting, or with regards to parenting. So for these empty sentences, when you review your essay, the phrase with regards to or regarding is a very effective way of just making the essay more relevant to the topic instead of an empty sentence, which is what we have here. This essay will analyze reasons for this shift in the trend and prove my viewpoint using examples from research by research from a Canadian university and the survey of the World Health. Beautiful. There's ample evidence that society is getting more educated and evolving family structures, considering gender inequality and financial stability, are ever more prevalent. Again, so we've got this clause, getting more educated and evolving family structures are doing what? Okay. This being said, the stigma associated with gender-biased parenting has almost diminished in modern families due to the fact that females and males are known to be equally capable of taking care of their offspring. Beautiful. Excellent vocabulary there. Stigma. That's high level. I was sure the word is C2 or C1. Maybe B2. But no longer, they don't have anymore the labeling, which is kind of frustrating. However, I'm very confident it is high level. So let's get back to your essay. Moreover, working women are earning lucrative salaries. Okay, not plenty actually. Numerous. We've got to hedge it. If we say working women are earning lucrative salaries, it's a sweeping generalization. We need to hedge it by saying modern or numerous. I think numerous is the best one here. Moreover, numerous working women, because there's a lady working in McDonald's and it's far from lucrative, which allows them to be a breadwinner in the house. Great vocabulary again. For example, recent research by a Canadian university. By here, because it's kind of like a general one. We didn't say the Canadian University or the National Canadian University demonstrates that 90% of young couples have shifted from traditional gender-based responsibilities. Beautiful. In fact, switching positions in all aspects of life, including the parenting. Therefore, it is convincingly clear that societal transformations have immensely admitted fathers to stay at home, have demonstratively allowed fathers to stay at home and become primary caregivers. Beautiful. This development is beneficial to both the parents and the children. Let's just check. Positive or negative, the reasons. Beautiful. Largely because it allows mothers or fathers to freely choose their positions in the family, boosting their confidence and nullifying conflicts. Children who are raised in such neutral families have minimal behavior. Okay, again, hedging. Most or the majority of children who are raised in such neutral families often have minimal behavioral issues and often turn out to be better partners and superior guardians further in their lives. because here we've got the superlative, we would need the best guardians, but I still believe superior is superior to best. And here again, what could we say instead of better? It's we have good, bad, worst, the worst, good, better, best. It's okay. Superior parents and more responsible guardians later in their lives, I think. For instance, a survey of 250 families by Hugh shows that those having stay-at-home fathers are happy and have less anxiety among parents as well as adolescents. Good. Okay, so when they are among their parents as well as when they become adults. Okay, it needs to be rephrased. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that the males being primary caregivers have no adverse effects. Excellent. But again, hedging. It's possible to state beyond doubt that in most cases, males being primary caregivers have no adverse effects. Good. To conclude, from the given arguments and examples, it can be clearly stated that parenting should not be gender biased, as both parents are well equipped to be primary caregivers. Beautiful. It is predicted that more and more fathers will be seen taking the roles of traditional mothers. Excellent. The line chart illustrates the measurement of rainfall in England, Scotland and Wales throughout the year of 2018. Overall, the rain patterns fluctuating during the mentioned period in 3 distinct geographical regions. However, Wales received the most rain on average. Let's see. I would have said England, to be honest. It's consistently higher. The only time Wales exceeds England is once, and England is consistently higher, so I would just check that, unless you've totaled it up. But even then, if you've totaled it up, it cannot be. As can be seen in the graph, in the first quarter of the year, the lowest and highest amount of rain occurred in Scotland in the month of February and March, noted at about 20 millilitres and litres respectively. Beautiful. During the first 4 months, rainfall in England was measured between, we could say was between, I think sounds better, 90 millilitres and 110 millilitres, whereas the range was 30 millilitres to 75 millilitres in Wales. Further scrutinising the mid-period of the year. Beautiful. It can be clearly noticed that rainfall increased in all 3 regions in July as compared to the previous month, and that it dropped again in August. Excellent observation, and very strong grouping skills there. By the way, these charts are horrible on purpose, so to be able to find a little group like that is excellent. In the last quarter of 2018, rainfall experienced in Wales remained constant for 3 months, from August to October at about 40 millimetres, and rose in November to 150 millilitres. Good. Side note, in a lot of cases, it's good to put the time reference at the end or at the beginning. So in this case, we could say from August at about 40 millilitres and rose to 105 millimeters in October, comma. Okay? Because the rise is more closely connected to this part than November. Okay, so we just shift it slightly to the comma. Dropping in December to nearly, adjective first, to nearly 50 millilitres, where England had steady rainfall between 80 to 100, Scotland had fluctuating numbers, great comparison, rising from 70 in October, falling to 50 in November. Beautiful, that's the correct, better structure, and increasing back in December to 110 millimetres. Excellent work there, Harman. I may have neglected to mention that the next essays you send, I want you to send me your corrected versions of these. I want you to send me your updated error list and your 2 new essays all together in one email. And also, if you send it to teaching, just like you've done these ones, you can get that faster turnaround going. So have a super day. Keep moving forward. You're doing good. Pay attention to hedging and your sentence structure in the next essays.